Tigers will go down to Graham on the field. Graham, take it away.
Here with Coach Jackson. Coach Jackson, down by 13. This game was a tough physical game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties. What's it say about your team that you guys come from behind to win this game tonight?
Well, I was so proud of the way we played, especially after the first quarter. The first quarter, we really hurt ourselves. But coming back in the second quarter, having a good second quarter, coming back to the second half and doing whatever we need to do to win the game. And, I felt like we could have opened up a little bit more and could have hurt them in the passing game. But the game called for us to run the ball, and that's what we do best. So we had to run some clock. We had to take care of the ball because we were putting it on the ground some, and they were too. So I was proud of our guys. They come out in the second half, and they fought hard. We got to get off the field when we can. We had some third downs that Belmont did a good job of converting, and it kind of kept them moving a little bit and kept our guys on their heels. But great effort by our kids coming back out, and a great hard-fought game by Belmont and Red Bay. Just a great game to be here as a fan here, and there was a bunch of them here. It was a great game to be at.
What's it like to have a bell cow like Tate Osborne?
Well, Tate's been running the ball for a long time. I think he's run for over probably now close to 2,900 yards in his career, and so he's always done really well. And he's the leading rusher in North Alabama right now coming into this week. I think he's got 100 yards on the next total guy. So he has to total a lot, and you see he gets hit a lot, but he's a tough guy.
That's 5 in a row over Belmont. You've won 23 games in a row. How's that sound?
That sounds real good. We got to go back to work.
That's Coach Jackson. Coach, thanks. Enjoy it.
Well, thank you.
Good level. Graham?
Thanks, Frank. Here with Coach Arden, and Coach Arden tied at halftime at 7. You go on to win 32-15. You just told your team you're really proud of them. Why?
Just because I've seen this team. It happened earlier on in the year. We're in a similar situation, and we didn't finish the second half. Kind of laid down, and I didn't see that from that team today. We've came a long way, and that's why I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them because they got, like I told them, they got dealt a bad hand, but they came out and they kept playing and they did what it took to win.
What was the biggest difference first half, second half?
We stuck to the plan. We made some adjustments halftime because, before the game they ran something totally opposite on offense and defense than we've been preparing for all year. And so we got inside, we adjusted, I challenged them, and they stepped up.
So that first quarter, when you look up and they're running the triple option, what's going through your mind?
I mean, my mind was blown. First play of the game, they come out in that, and I was like, it's going to be a different ball game.
Your quarterback tonight, junior Uriah Shepard, finishes with 3 touchdowns. What makes him such a special player for you?
Coachable kid. He's he's like a sponge. He wants to learn. He wants to get better every day, on top of being pretty darn talented. He's a team player. He's a leader as a junior. The main things, that's about it.
Snap the 3-game losing streak to Kosciuszko. How's that sound?
This feels good. Feels good. I knew it was going to be a tough one. I'm glad it's over with. I'm ready to get to the next one.
Coach Arden, thanks. Go enjoy this one with your team. We are now joined by the Max South Sports Player of the Game, junior quarterback Uriah Shepard. And Uriah, coming into this game, you finished with 3 touchdowns tonight. You got 19 touchdowns this season. How would you describe your style of play?
Well, first get on to God. That's most importantly, man. I mean, he gave me just the talent and the skill work every day. And I wake up in my mind every day that I'm going to get better each and every day because I owe my team just as much, and I owe this game just as much. But most of all, man, just all glory to God. I don't get no credit. I thank Coach Harden for pushing me every day. My teammates trusting me, giving me the ball when I need it, and them putting all their trust in me, you can't go wrong with that. So, I feel like that I have to lead my team the best way I know how, on the field, off the field, in the classroom, all over. I mean, this is just how my mom taught me, even when I was little, to be a leader and stand out and don't be like anybody else and be yourself. And the work, it'll come. So,
talk about being a leader on the sidelines. You just kept yelling to your teammates, finish, finish. How much do you enjoy being one of the leaders of this team?
It has its ups and downs. It has, because like anybody can't be a leader. You got to take criticism, and when you do good, you don't get the credit. So I think I'm satisfied with doing that. Because I'm not the type of person that want to stand out in front of everybody. My mom always told me anything that's done secretly, God will bless you openly. So I just kept it in my mind all through my life, even growing up. So all glory go to God, really, that's all I can say.
Slow start offensively in the first half, tied at 7 going into halftime. What was the mood of the team in the locker room at halftime?
They didn't get out. I was telling them all game, hey, this game is not over with. Because, like, we practice all through. I practice pretty much Coach Harden, like, he do stuff, make it adverse and make everything harder. If we run, here come the little things, just little things that, you might have on the field. You might get a wrong call, and you have to learn how to fight through, and that's what our coach been teaching us. Because usually, I guess regular season really hadn't just really got that adversity like we know we got tonight, which, I believe we was better prepared for it. Because I believe the first game, it was they hit us in the mouth, and that's what I think. I'm glad they did because it really taught us a lot each and every game.
That is the Max South Sports Player of the Game, Uriah Shepherd. Uriah, congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
Congrats on being the Player of the Game. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to Frank and John Luke. Thanks, Frank. Down here with the winning coach of the Aberdeen Bulldogs, Coach Spann. Coach Spann down by 3 touchdowns at halftime. You just told your team in 18 years of coaching, this is the most important victory for you. Craziest game. Why was it the most important victory for you in your career?
Well, we had a group of young kids. I mean, we're a real young ball club. First half, they got beat just about any way that they could got beat. And at halftime, I told them they something in this group that they may not see it tonight, but they're gonna see it. And I just challenged them to dig down and not quit, and just remember who we're playing. Big rivalry, and they just come out second half, and we caught fire right there, and it went up.
What was the scene in the locker room at halftime?
We was calm. They wasn't any screaming. They wasn't I talk the way I'm talking right now. The kids are, I've got a good group of kids. In all the years I've coached, it's probably here at Aberdeen, it's probably the best group of kids I've ever had at any year. And we were calm, and the kids understand. We preach discipline and hard work and focus and resiliency, and they showed it tonight.
Your defense pitched a shutout in the second half. How'd you do it?
Well, we changed a few things right there, but the biggest part was we stayed ahead of the change. We didn't give up the big plays. We tackled a little bit better. Penalties. We got a lot of calls that went against us first half that set us back. I feel like that hurt us a lot, and they just played better. We're growing up. We're a work in progress. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but we're gonna get a lot better at each game.
8 wins in a row over Amory. How's that sound?
You can't beat it. It's as good as it gets right now.
There's the head coach for the Aberdeen Bulldogs, Coach Spann. Coach, thanks. Enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Here with the head coach for Tishomingo County, Preston Leathers, and Coach Leathers. Coming into this game tonight, you're playing a very good Pontotoc team. How's the week of preparation been as you guys get ready for tonight's game against the Warriors?
We are. We've been in district play. This will be third week now. We played Shannon and Corinth, so we've been on the field with some good talent the last few weeks. And Pontotoc, Coach Carter's done an awesome job, man. They've come a long way in the last few years. Only lost 1 ball game this year, and it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge to match their speed, and we're just going to try to be physical with them and just put the ball on the ground and see what we can do.
It's been raining all day today. How much do you think that'll impact tonight's game?
Some, but not a whole lot. Coach Reese, the guy that does our field, does an unbelievable job with it, and you can see it. It's not puddly or anything. It's just wet, but it's like I was just telling quarterbacks, just keep 2 hands on the ball. Running backs keep 2 hands on the ball, and I don't think it'll affect the game that much.
What do you think the keys to the game will be tonight?
Turnovers and who can be more physical. In a wet field, it's going to come down to what up front, defensive, offensive lines, and obviously with the wet conditions, just taking care of the football.
Coach, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to Dave.